my view, that really sets up a CISO for an inherent conflict. CISOs have traditionally reported to the CIO, and that remains, I think a majority of CISOs probably remain to report to the CIO, but in my view, that really sets up a CISO for an inherent conflict. That conflict is that you're now balancing security priorities and needs with that of traditional IT spend. So, in my ideal world, really what that looks like is that we see more and more industries move towards aligning their CISO, where the CISO has greater visibility by both the CEO, the board, as well as maybe is structured under an independent lens with other risk-aware parts of the organization. That might be something like a chief legal officer, or that might be a chief risk officer, but to really take the CISO out of that inherent conflict.
If you look at the organization and who the CISO reports to, it'll actually tell you a great deal about the organization. So I think it definitely should report to the board or the CEO. If I see it reporting to the CIO, then I say, well, they probably don't understand what the CISO role is very well, and they just throw it in there because they're throwing all the technology people together. I've also seen it report to legal or the auditor's office, which means they're more of a compliance. They're looking for more of a CISO that's more worried about compliance or something like that. And then I've even seen one report to the CFO, which they look at it like it's just a black hole of money, and so we gotta put it with the CFO for that purpose. So, but I definitely think report to the CEO or the board of directors is where it should be.
In my case, I report to our chief operating officer, who is one of our executive management folks, and the CIO is a peer of mine. So it's a little bit different organization. Part of that is because I have all security. So I have, because of the other things that I control, those are well outside of the technology world, and it does make perfect sense for us. Not every bank, that's a luxury I think that I have, certainly in how it's been implemented. I also happen to be the bodyguard for our CEO, so that gives me a little bit of an advantage.
Don't mess with David.
Yeah, because I get to see him every single day, pretty much. So that works out nicely for us. I don't think any other group has that level. Certainly no one that I've met, other than when I was at the IRS, has that level of interaction with sort of the executive management. And again, I admit that's bizarre, and it's really more happenstance, but it has worked well to our advantage.